Man, with all this Twitter beef, we're eating good. How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric. Welcome to Out of the Groove. It's true, there was quite a bit of Xfinity Series conflict this past weekend at COTA. Drama sells on the internet, so let's break it down. Sheldon Creed got doored by his former car, now driven by Jesse Love. Creed did not love that move. Shameless pun entirely intended. Eventually he got him back. Ran the two-car way wide. Ooh, even off into the gravel for a moment. After the race, Sheldon Creed took another shot, posting on X, "Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes," at Jesse Love. To which Jesse Love responded with the classic comeback, scoreboard. Let's get a scoreboard update, shall we? 3 innings in the books. The score, Jesse Love 2 wins, Sheldon Creed a whole lot of second place finishes. I guess we'll just ignore the fact that Sheldon Creed has a truck championship on his resume. I think that trumps Jesse Love's ARCA title, as great as that is. But yeah, anyway, ouch. Man, that's gotta sting if you're Sheldon Creed. Oh, and would you look at that? Jesse Love and Sheldon Creed are separated by 1 point in the regular season standings. That's perfect poetry. I love it. I love it. We need more NASCAR rivalries. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is huge. I'm getting word that there is indeed another NASCAR Xfinity Series Twitter battle, this time between 25th place Josh Bilicki and 35th place Chris Wright. I'll take what I can get. Chris Wright, 30 years old, has not won over many fans to start the year. Shoot, I don't think he's won the favor of many in the garage area either. Certainly not Josh Bilicki. Chris Wright's already gotten into Josh Bilicki 3 times in the first 3 races of the season. Of course, there was the infamous pit road crash at Daytona. Where is Chris Wright going? Chris Wright blamed the incident mainly on a miscommunication between crew chief Spotter calling him to pit road, so he kind of passed some of the blame onto his team. And then at Atlanta on the final lap, as the leaders were crashing in front of them, you can see Chris Wright in the middle of 3 wide. That's Bilicki to his inside. They make contact, bang doors, they end up crashing. That one, I mean, it's tight racing, a lot of stuff happening on the last lap, but then COTA. Apparently they got together. I couldn't find the replay. I didn't see it when I was at the track. The DGM Racing Twitter account obviously saw it. Bilicki got hit by a competitor, and then courtesy of the number 5, who has taken Josh Bilicki out 3 weeks in a row. Yikes. And then after the race, Josh Bilicki took to X to voice his own frustrations. Fast car, not much to show for it. Started at the rear, but had top 12 pace. Pit road speeding penalty at the end of stage 2 set us back. We were charging forward until the 5 car spun out right in front of us and got into me again, costing us about 25 seconds. Never got the caution we needed to recover fully. Chris Wright, driver of the 5, responded, "Got loose outside of you and you finished me off." Oh, that response, that set Josh Bilicki off. Dude, it's embarrassing that you don't even know what happened. I was behind you, you were on the inside of the 35 car, he was passing you on the outside, and you stepped on your again and spun all on your own without me touching you. I had nowhere to go and you hit me as you spun around. I tried giving you the benefit of the doubt after Daytona, but it's honestly getting out of hand. Maybe you should go back to being a gentleman driver in IMSA where you can race doctors and dentists in LMP3. Oh, that conflict? Where's my apron again? We're eating good tonight. Goodness, we have not seen a Twitter takedown quite like that since... what was it, a year ago when Marcus Smith and Denny Hamlin took shots at each other? Man, brutal stuff there. Josh Bilicki taking aim at Chris Wright. I mean, I don't want to pick sides here. I feel bad for Josh Bilicki because, yeah, Daytona was a terrible break. Chris Wright, whoever is to blame, made a huge mistake and ended Bilicki's race. The Atlanta deal, I mean, there's a lot going on there on the last lap. And then COTA, yeah, it certainly sounds like Bilicki's day was cut short by the 5 yet again. So I feel for Josh Bilicki here. I don't know Chris Wright, but I know a lot of folks are not a fan. Certainly someone to keep an eye on as the season goes on, if he even makes it a full season with our motorsports at this rate. Can he get his stuff together? Shoot, can he stay away from Josh Bilicki for 1 week? Is that too much to ask? We got good Xfinity Series banter at the top of the grid with Love and Creed, and mid-pack with Bilicki and Chris Wright. Hate seeing cars get tore up, but boy, I do love seeing a good Twitter takedown. I know we're having some fun here to start this episode. Let me know down in the comments below what you make of these two Twitter back and forth. I keep using Twitter because it's more fun to say than X. I feel like I'm spitting everywhere when I say it, but what did you make of these social media showdowns? Social media showdown. That's okay. I like Twitter takedown more. X. What can we say for X? It's an expose. No, an explosion. I hate it. I hate it here. We need something to cleanse our palate after all of that beef. Something refreshing. How about that clean, sportsmanlike, epic, entertaining Cup Series COTA finish? Yeah, that'll do it. Christopher Bell, winner at Circuit of the Americas on Sunday, spoke about how fun it was to race hard but fair down the stretch.
It was very refreshing and fun to see a clean race play out. I can't reiterate enough how amazing it was to have such respectful, clean, and hard racing. I mean, that was just it was a beautiful ending to a race.
Those comments, of course, were made Sunday night. Tuesday morning, Bell doubled down, went on Sirius XM NASCAR radio saying, quote, "I would love if this is a turning point for the series, where we're able to race respectfully and stay off of each other and make it less of a contact sport." Less of a contact sport. I wonder if Christopher Bell's definition of contact or contact sport matches my definition or matches your definition. Personally, I like that there's some contact in NASCAR. It's part of what differentiates it from some of the other major motorsport series in the world. Bumping someone here and there, the occasional payback, rubbins racing in the corner, that kind of stuff can be wildly entertaining. It leads to rivalries, conflict, and that sells. That's fun to discuss and debate week in, week out. I don't want full contact racing to completely go away. Rather, I'd like to see desperation moves all but disappear. I hate to dredge up old incidents, but like Austin Dillon completely overdriving turn 3 at Richmond with the sole intent of wrecking Joey Logano for the win, when at the time Joey Logano had done nothing to Austin Dillon to justify that sort of payback. Or I guess a more recent example would be Ross Chastain deciding inexplicably to shove his car 5 wide on the bottom, turn 1, lap 1, cleaning out the inside lane. Those are the kind of desperation moves that should be scrutinized. The less of that kind of stuff in NASCAR, in my opinion, the better. But I don't know if that's realistic. NASCAR doesn't like to penalize these types of incidents. Ross Chastain, for example, was not penalized for that move at Circuit of the Americas. I mean, sure, he had to lay over for Chase Elliott in the closing laps because he knew what was coming, but there was no official penalty. And honestly, going back to Richmond last year, yes, NASCAR removed the playoff perks of Austin Dillon's win, but the more I think about it, if Austin Dillon hadn't right-reared Denny Hamlin, I'm not sure NASCAR would have penalized him for the Joey Logano contact. This is part of why I'm against the win and you're in part of the playoffs. It promotes desperate moves like that. Let's go back to Circuit of the Americas. Replace Christopher Bell and William Byron, who've both already won, already locked into the playoffs, with Ross Chastain or an Austin Cindric or an AJ Allmendinger, someone who views this road course race as their opportunity to punch their ticket into the playoffs. Would there have been more contact at the end? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I know that for a fact because 3 years ago, Chastain and Allmendinger did make full contact at the end of this race. Some contact is fine, and you go back to 2022, Allmendinger bumped Ross first. Ross had the green light to get him back. Poor Alex Bowman was an innocent bystander. But generally speaking, it's those desperation moves that I'd like to see get mostly eliminated. So when Christopher Bell talks about getting away from being a full contact sport, I hope he's mostly talking about those overzealous, desperate moves. Some bumps here and there, trading paint, cool with me. That stuff creates rivalries, generates conversation, but just cleaning someone out, making a move purely out of desperation, that kind of stuff, I'm just not a fan. I do hope that guys like Bell, Byron, are able to lead by example going forward. I think that would make for a better racing product overall. That's my take. Anyway, wanted to end this video with at least a semi-serious conversation after we opened up with freaking props. But let me know down in the comments below your reaction to that COTA Cup finish, Christopher Bell's comments on full contact racing. Let me know what you think down in the comments. While you're down there, I would appreciate if you leave a like on this video. Helps the channel out a ton. Also helps if you hit that subscribe button. If you love NASCAR, if you love the latest news, rumors, commentary, race reactions, and more, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button down below. It's free. Big thank you to my very generous Patreon supporters for going above and beyond as well. Tomorrow is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be live streaming with the Iceberg, Danny B. We'll talk COTA, we'll talk Phoenix coming up, any other NASCAR storylines. Should be a fun hangout. Hope you'll stop by our live stream again at 8 o'clock Eastern time, Wednesday night. Appreciate y'all checking that out, and I appreciate you watching this video. Have a great rest of your evening, folks.